When you get to the final draft, you're going to use your lined paper. You have 26 lines. You don't want to try to go outside the lines, and you don't want to skip any lines. The other thing that I've been noticing in your writing this week is you don't want to put the prompt. So like if you're using a bada bing, don't write bada bing. Don't write why, don't write who. Those you leave out. You just write what you want your granny grader to read. So I started with my bada bing. My bada bing up here says, my feet were sprinting up to the door at Pizza Hut. And if someone's reading it, they're thinking, okay, what does that have to do with the day of the week? Well, if you read my paper, you'll know. My eyes spotted my extended family sitting at a table ready to chow down. It must be hump day, I thought to myself. My favorite day of the week is Wednesday. Here's my central idea statement is my favorite day of the week is Wednesday. And everything else in my paper is going to go back and support why I love Wednesday. So in the next part, I'm going to say why I chose Wednesday. I'm going to tell you who I saw on Wednesday that I didn't see any other day of the week. I'm going to tell you what I did on Wednesdays that I didn't do any other day of the week. I'm going to answer when. When did I first realize that Wednesday was my favorite day of the week, and where? Where does Wednesday fall in the week? Is it at the beginning? Is it at the end? So that's how I kind of work through it. It's my number one day of the week because I always remember the fun activities happening on Wednesdays. These included piano lessons, going to dance, and even getting to eat out for dinner. Although my family lived near me, we did not all live in the same town. However, on Wednesdays, when possible, my grandparents and aunt and uncle would all meet up for supper at Pizza Hut in Clovis. We always had a blast. So that is my who did I see on Wednesday. What did I do on Wednesdays? On Wednesdays, my mom would leave right after school so that we could get everything done. We always scheduled haircuts and appointments on this day after school. I first realized that I loved Wednesdays when I was little in kindergarten. If there was ever a day not to be sick or in trouble, it was a Wednesday because you didn't want to miss out. I do not like the beginning of the week because it's hard to get in the groove. And I don't like the end of the week because it's stressful to try to finish everything up. However, I think nestled right smack in the middle, I think Wednesday, I needed to add that. This is my final draft, but I think Wednesday, nestled right smack in the middle, is like Goldilocks said, it's just right. Then I'll go to my ending of what I'll never forget. I will always remember all the fun that seemed to happen on Wednesdays. I hope someday my own kids will look back and remember fun traditions and special days that made life more fun. So my final draft, here it is. I had 3 paragraphs. My brilliant beginning, then when I told why, and I gave examples that explained and I exploded my ideas using the 5 W's and the cobwebs fed pretty queens. And then I have an excellent ending down here. So I indented right here. And as you notice, everything else in my brilliant beginning comes right back to this line. Then I didn't skip any lines. I just skipped the rest of this line, which there wasn't very much. I went to the very next line and I wrote my why and giving examples that explained. Then when I got to the end of that paragraph, I skipped the rest of this line. I came down to the very next line and I indented, and all the rest of them touch this. As you can see, even though we are tired writers at this point in the week, as you can see, it fills up the majority of my paper, and I wrote it in my nicest, neatest handwriting. That's what I'm looking for in your draft.